guys, so it's currently 7:30 in the morning and I'm just heading to my doctor's appointment just to talk to my doctor about my blood works and what's been happening recently with my low blood sugar and stuff like that. And then they're going to end up finding that I'm a fake natty piece of shit, basically. But yeah, so I'm just walking there now, and then later I'm going to be hitting a heavy squat session. Well, that's a fucking bummer. Right, so it turns out that the person who made my appointment didn't know it was a bank holiday today, but I'm not bothered. It just means that I'm up early so I can get tons of meals in before I do my heavy squats later.
You're always ahead, so I follow your voices. Whatever your voices, I just put my faith in you. Feel so true, so whatever your choices, do you feel that?
Right, so if you guys can't tell already, I am on a aggressive bulk at the moment. My training has been absolutely insane lately because I've been able to sleep well, eat well, and train well. Previously, I just kept having tons of setbacks with my meals. My sleep schedule was fucked, basically, and my training, I just couldn't stick to it because I always either got injured, I got sick, or I just lost tons of weight, which would basically result in me not being able to achieve progressive overload. So now I'm fully committed to the strength gain. I have my goals set for what I want to do before I turn 18. So I'm going to hit my numbers that I want to do. And in order to do that, I need to eat a shit ton of calories, tons of protein, lots of macros, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to enjoy this. I've also got a pizza before I go to the gym. I might have another meal before that, depends what time it is. But today we've basically got a leg day, so we've got some heavy squats later. I've got 5 rep max with 180 today, and also we've got 3x12 afterwards on high bar, so I transitioned from my top set over to high bar afterwards. But I'm really looking forward to it, showing you guys my workout. So I'm going to enjoy this and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. The time is currently 11:30. I'm just going to watch some episodes of Peaky Blinders. I'm sat in my room at the moment. If you haven't watched the show, you really need to. It's a really good show. I think they brought out a new episode last night, and I haven't actually got up to date with rewatching it yet, but I soon will be. So I'm going to watch like 1 or 2 episodes of that. And the weather's absolutely gorgeous outside, so I will probably go outside, catch some rays, get my last meal in me, my pre-workout meal, get a coffee in me, and go smash some PRs. If you want to get some filthy veins and pumps, guys, what you need to do is you need to have a high intake of sodium. As long as you're balancing it out with enough potassium as well, then you shouldn't die within the next 3 years. But yeah, eat a lot of sodium if you want to get some fat pumps. Right, so I've just got my backpack, guys. I've got some SBDs in there, my belt, my headphones, and also some chalk in the side compartment there. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that these joggers, right, are my go-to for the gym. They're really lightweight, they're from Vanquish, and they're literally just perfect. You'll see them in most of my videos, but especially for heavy squatting, and I'll tell you why. So basically, with normal joggers, because it's more of a cotton material, you'll find that it's really hard to get on some knee sleeves. And some people like to just wear shorts and have knee sleeves on, which will be preferred for a lot more people. But for me, I like to have an extra layer just because it makes me feel that more secure. So especially with these, because they're more of a silky material, it is so easy for me to just slide these on. And which is perfect because I won't be wasting time like trying to get them on, especially if I do take some pre-workout, I'll have the jitters and I don't want to waste some time. I want to get ready and warmed up. But yeah, if you guys want to get some fucking heavy ass squats, you need to get some Vanquish joggers. God damn!
Online. All stations are now enabled. Target, dog the resistance. Operation Overkill.
All that
April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So it's taken me seven months.
Oh, well, actually, maybe a bit less, but he probably is snoozing. Oh, right, so we've just finished up the workout. Those squats were very fucking heavy. What do you think about your squats, Jack?
Yeah, man, they were good.
They're fucking good?
Yeah.
So I had that 180, which I was meant to do for my 5 rep max today, and I thought I was going to get it, to be fair. I mean, but there's quite a few variables. I don't like to make excuses, but I basically had like 6 hours of sleep, which I think like just fucked my CNS basically. I've just come from a deload, so I mean I haven't gone over 100 kg on squats in like a week's time. Well, actually no, longer, 2 weeks time. So it's been fucking hard, and then I had that 3x12 afterwards. So it was fucking, yeah, it was really hard. But oh well, I'm still happy with it. Still got grinded out 4 reps, and then finished the rest of the workout. How did you find your squats then, Jack?
They were alright, but I got gassed after 5x5 is a lot of cardio, so couldn't really complete the rest of my workout. So yeah, no, it was a hard workout, but I feel like I achieved everything I needed to.
Yeah, so we're basically going to go to McDonald's now. I'm fucking broke, so I probably won't get any McDonald's because I've already spent, like, I've got like 20 McDonald's this month, but I have to get some calories in me when I get back. But yeah, I'll see you probably when I get back home. Right, so in the end we basically didn't end up getting a McDonald's. Jack didn't fancy one either, and obviously I was broke, so we just went to Iceland instead, and basically he got some pizzas or whatever. And then I headed back. I am absolutely drenched in sweat right now, so I need to get in the shower again. Like, it's been an extremely hot day today, and on top of all the cardio I was doing with those 3 sets of 12. But yeah, so I'm just going to get in the shower. I also be having a meal after I've got in the shower, and I'll show you guys that as well. Right, so I just had a shower. The time is currently 6 o'clock, and I'm going to have another meal in a second, but I just wanted to speak about some stuff about what happened in the workout and a couple of other bits. So basically, just to summarise the workout today, I had a 5 rep max on squat today and a 3x12 for my back off sets. So my top set today of a 5 rep max was meant to be with 180, and I shot for it today, but I didn't get it. There was a number of factors that I think affected why I didn't get it today, but I did manage to get 4. The depth wasn't really there either, but I'm still happy. I've just come off a deload. My strength isn't going to be 100%, but I'm still satisfied with it. So, and then I had my 3x12 afterwards, and I did that with 120. And that was fine. I hit good depth on all of it, got really good contraction, but they were actually killing me. Like, for me personally, normally, especially on a day like that, when I have a high volume, high bar squats afterwards, I really don't need to do much else for my legs apart from squat and maybe the odd leg extensions. But today it really hit me, and I was just feeling really sick, and I basically felt like I was going to pass out. So I cut the workout after the squats. I just couldn't continue. So me and Jack basically went downstairs and just chilled on the sofa because we were both absolutely exhausted. We just had a chat about several things. And we basically got onto the concept of what you want to do with your life, and if you're basically doing something for the right purposes, if you're doing something not just to reap the benefit from it, but doing something that you actually love. So, and we essentially got onto the concept of what people want to do with their lives and if they're doing things for the right reasons. And it got me thinking about what I want to do with my life and what I want to pursue, which is fitness, and I want to make this a career. A lot of people just go into jobs and stuff and choose to have these careers because of financial reasons, and the truth is they're absolutely miserable, and I really don't want that to happen to me. I obviously want to make a decent living, and I want to be able to pay for the stuff that I need to do. But if it's something that I didn't love, you might enjoy making lots of money, and that's basically what you want to do. But all I'm saying is, please don't do something for the wrong reason. Just follow what your passion is, and things will unfold. You just need to apply yourself to what you love 100%, and things will start to unravel and life will get much better, especially if you can make a job where it doesn't feel like a job, where you actually enjoy yourself, you're living the best of your life, and you're expanding your knowledge on something that you actually want to learn about. Right, so now I'm just going to get a protein shake, and also have my other meal, and after that I'll be answering a Q&A. So I put a Q&A post on my Instagram about 10-15 minutes ago, and I've got some questions in there that I'm going to be answering afterwards. So right, so as you just saw, I had that meal. It was really nice, to be fair. I did have to force feed. I did have to force feed myself, but now the calories are in me. So now I'm going to answer some questions that you guys posted on my Instagram. If you haven't followed my Instagram already, my name will pop up here. So make sure you go follow it, and let's get into the questions. Alright, so the first question is, how do you manage progressive overload, and what type of program are you following? So at the moment I am actually following a DUP program. So each session I'll be going in for some sort of max, whether that's a 5 rep max, a 3 rep max, or a 1 rep max as my top set, and then after that I'll do some additional back off sets. So as you saw in my squats today, I basically had a 5 rep max with 180, and then I had a 3x12 afterwards for hypertrophy reasons. But yeah, so progressive overload wise, each session what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do what I didn't do last time, and the program runs for 3 weeks. It's a 3-week training block, and then there's a deload in between, and it's just a repeatable cycle that I keep doing, and each time I'm just trying to go fully maximal. So if I think I have a rough idea of what number I want to hit in my head, and then I'll just hit it. So yeah, thank you for the question, and that's basically what my program and how I handle progressive overload. Next question is, are you available for a training session Wednesday? So I should be available. If you hit me up in my DMs, then I should be able to respond, and we might be able to hit a session together. So, and the next one is, what type of camera are you using? So I'm actually using a Sony RX100 Mark 1. I'm really happy with this camera. As my first purchase for a camera, the quality is ridiculously good. Like, the autofocus is absolutely insane as well. And maybe sometime in the future I'll be able to have an upgrade. But you've got to press that subscribe button, and you've got to get this video a like as well. So, right, so someone else asked, why are you so fat, you piece of shit? Right, well, if you've been seeing what I've been eating throughout the day, that's why I'm a fat piece of shit. No other reason. The person asks, what do you bench, bro? Bro, I don't know what I bench, but I have actually got a 1 rep max tomorrow, so I'm going to have to find out then. I'm aiming for 120 plus, so we just have to see. If I get some pre-workout in my system, you know, never know what's going to happen. Right, so I'm just going to answer a couple more questions, guys, but the next one is, do you rate your SBD knee sleeves? So I do rate my SBD knee sleeves. I previously had a pair from Amazon, and I think it was some like rogue ass website, like called Scorpion Strength or something, which I picked up for like I think it was like 20 quid or something, so pretty cheap. And they lasted me for a good year or something. But then I upgraded to my SBDs, and I genuinely didn't realise what I was missing out on. Like, the SBDs are so much better, not just because they're much longer than the ones that I had previously. It makes you feel much more comfortable. They genuinely feel like they could add some weight onto your max. Like, you get that spring out of the hold, that stretch reflex, especially when you're doing high bar. I mean, low bar is questionable a little bit, but when you're doing high bar and you're probably going like ass to grass on your squats, there's like a really good stretch reflex there. and I don't know if if it is like a sort of more of elastic rather than a neoprene, but it says IPF approved, so I'm going to believe it. But if you want to get a big squat, get some SVDs. How do you manage your bulking and shredding? Right, so how do I manage it? Basically, if you want to get lean, for me anyway, you just get ill or you get injured, and that's basically how you lose body fat. Obviously, I'm joking. Basically, I haven't actually ever intentionally done a cut or a shred, but when I am in a caloric deficit, I lose body fat very quickly. So sometimes I can wake up in the morning and I can look relatively lean, which I'll take an Instagram picture on, which you probably see. But I'm bulking 24/7, like you've seen today. That's what I'll typically try to do every day. So just eat as many calories as possible. Really, just try and bulk up as much as I can, because at the moment I'm just, especially in my teenage years, the best option for you to do is, especially when you're doing powerlifting as well and bodybuilding, the best thing to do is just to stay in a caloric surplus all the time. There's not a need to really shred, because your metabolism is much higher anyway in your teenage years, and your hormones are all over the place, so you won't be packing on as much body fat percentage. But when you get older and your metabolism slows down, that's when you can start cutting, and might be a bit more suitable. But at the moment, you just want to build a foundation and eat as much as possible, pack on as much muscle as possible and strength, so you can build that foundation, and afterwards you can cut down. So I believe I'll be doing a cut probably in 2 years' time. I mean, it depends what body fat percentage I get to. And how I'm looking, because obviously I want to maintain the aesthetic side of things as well. My goal is strength and aesthetics, so I'll just have to see. But next year, I don't know, if I get to a certain weight, then I might find that I want to cut down. But thank you for the question.